We talk a lot about the RBC Heritage, the island's biggest annual event, about what it does for our collective psyche and for the economy of the island, and of course for the charities that it supports, primarily through the Heritage Classic Foundation. Great to be joined by Simon Fraser, the chairman of the board of the foundation, whose family, of course, has had such an impact on our island. Thanks for stopping by.
I'm happy to be here.
Oh, headed into the 50th RBC Heritage.
Correct.
You were around for number 1. Did you ever think it was ever going to get to 50?
Well, I mean, you always... Back
hoping to get to number
1,
2,
we
right?
weren't thinking about anything. We were hoping for number 2, yes.
The growth of it, whenever you look back, is just, just phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the first Heritage, I think everybody that came to the tournament parked in Harbortown or along the road to Harbortown. So, I mean, obviously just by parking, you could tell there's a major difference now.
The golf tournament has brought the town together, and how it has gotten people out of their little communities and become part of the bigger community. It's not just Sea Pines that puts this
Correct.
on. It's folks from Wexford and Long Cove and Hilton Head Plantation and Palmetto Dunes. And, that was, I guess, always a dream, maybe, but to make it a reality.
You know, it was always the idea. It never was just a Sea Pines event, although I think it was perceived as a Sea Pines event for the first several years. But yes, you know, we have communities like Long Cove and a couple of the other ones who actually do skyboxes and come and support us. So it's absolutely, and I equate it a little bit to the Green Bay Packers. You know, it's a small community, it's a big time event, and you know, the whole community can wrap its arms around it and the whole community gets invested. You know, when the Heritage is coming, the community starts sprucing up, you know, everybody's getting ready. Spring is here, you know, everybody's getting ready. They're getting ready for our biggest event, and frankly, it's the biggest professional sporting event in the state of South Carolina. You remember
1969? You remember that first one? And
I do.
You talked about how people kind of had to park along the side of the road, whatever, to get involved in it. Everybody had a job, I would think, that wasn't, even if they were watching it, they probably still had a job to do. What was yours?
They were getting people from everywhere. I was 69, I guess, the fall of 69. I would have been a junior in high school.
Yeah.
And we were playing football, and we were actually in the football playoffs. But they roped us in to come in, and I don't remember if it was Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, Sunday. But I know I've marshaled a couple of days. And at the first event, they put my brother and I out on hole number 17, and it was good and bad. I do remember Lee Trevino coming in, hitting the ball in the left trap, and never finding it, and giving my brother and I the evil eye because we had no idea where the ball was either. So.
You didn't know that was part of the marshal's job at the time, right?
Yeah, maybe. We were on the other side of the green. We didn't. It was new sand. It probably just buried. You know?
Yeah. What's been the most fun part of watching this thing grow for you? A favorite kind of memory?
I mean, I have favorite memories from the early days of you know, when it was a small event, and then you know, until last year, which I think was probably our best event. So I mean, it's all good memories. You know, just watching people enjoy themselves. You know, having old friends come back, haven't been here in 20 years, and just thinking it's the greatest thing they've done, you know, in a long time, and they're planning on coming back. So there's a lot of good memories. It's funny though, the very first parade I was in was one I marched in. The first parade I saw was the one I marched in. I was always in school on Monday, so you know, we never took Monday off to go down and watch the parade. So I mean, that was kind of special. I was on the board and took time off from work, obviously, to participate in the parade.
Yeah, the tournament. Do you think we appreciate it now more than we ever have as well because we had the little scare a few years back?
Absolutely.
I mean, we kind of expected it to happen every year, and when we realized it might not,
I think everybody took it for granted, including ourselves. You know, the people who participated in it, the board and probably volunteers and everybody. I think we all took it for granted, and the little hiccup. You know, as they say, you know, you never want to waste a good disaster to get to get support, and I think we accomplished that. I think we re-energized and revitalized the community support for it, and we appreciate all the support we get. I mean, it's and that's I tell people when they come to me for tickets, it's my job to sell tickets.
Not give them away.
We don't give away tickets in our household. We
Come up with a great deal for them, right?
Yeah, we point them toward how to buy them.
How can folks become more involved with the foundation itself, even if they don't like golf and kind of just go to the tournament as a social kind of thing? How can they support the foundation?
Well, the foundation, a lot of what we do for charity is matching funds, but what we're doing also is that we're trying to raise funds for scholarships, and we have what we call the Heritage Champions Club.
Right.
Well, we have two things. We have
Yeah.
the Heritage Champions Club, which is a matching program, and we also have the Tartan Club, which is money we're soliciting, $1,000 donation. You don't have to buy tickets, you
Right.
don't have to go to the tournament, but if you just want to support charity, that's money that comes to the Heritage Classic Foundation, and we use it to grow our charity program.
Yeah, the scholarships the foundation has worked with over the years. I know it's obviously great stuff for the kids who get them, but now you've even expanded that to involve the two colleges here in the Low Country to help them out too.
Yes, we have several scholarships that go to TCL, and several, 4 of them that go to USCB, and they're Heritage Classic Foundation scholars. They're the ones at TCL are named after Angus Cotton, and the ones at USCB are named after Deke DeLoach and John Curry and my father, and they're geared toward local kids who don't necessarily rank academically like our typical Heritage Scholar.
Right.
But they also are geared toward kids that are getting educated locally and who will be spending time locally. So we're trying to support them also.
Yeah, we want to keep the kids here in the Low Country that
That's
grew
right.
up here, like you.
That's right.
that grew up here. The easiest way for folks to buy tickets and to buy packages and to get involved, is it through the online?
Through the website.
Yeah.
Through the website and
RBCHeritage.com.
RBCHeritage.com. Everything's on the website. We do have a special 50th anniversary ticket that comes with a commemorative hat and ticket holder, and the ticket itself is a commemorative ticket. I think it's $220.
But that gets you everywhere you need to go.
That gets you everywhere. Well,
and it's a
there
great.
is promotional price for January 15th, $220. Then it goes up some over the next few months.
But it is a great thing to be thinking. You want to stuff a stocking. You want to get somebody something cool for Christmas.
Oh, absolutely.
Get them, boy. Open them up. They got tickets. They got the fancy logos and all that good stuff. All the past champions have been invited back. I know you're starting to hear from them.
We've heard from a few.
Yeah,
some of the earlier ones.
I was down at Sea Island this last week and talked to actually a couple of guys who aren't champions, Zach Johnson and Ernie Els, and they can't say enough great things about coming up here. And of course, Ernie is the one guy on the tour, remember this now, who wears RBC and Boeing on his sleeve. And
that's correct.
All of that happened because of coming here. So those guys kind of like that too.
Yeah, absolutely. There are several RBC players who met their ambassadors who probably got their logos through playing at this event.
And of course, Jay Haas met his wife here. How
That's
good
right.
is that? Thanks so much for coming by. We appreciate it. And again, RBCHeritage.com, the place to go for all the information on the tournament. When we come back, we're going to talk about another great community effort that actually the Heritage Classic Foundation is involved with. Stay with us.